going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Talkin Sports with Josh and Nil. I'm your host, Josh, along with your co-host, Nil. We're going to be talking about District 16 5A today. Last week we talked about it was District 15 5A. We talked about Hanna, Rivera, Corpus Christi Carroll, Corpus Christi Flower Bluff, Corpus Christi Veterans Memorial, Harlingen South, and Wesco East. We made our predictions, did all that good stuff. Today and next week, we will be talking about District 16 5A, Donna North, La Jolla, Palmview, Mac High, McAllen Memorial, Nicky Road, Mission, PSJ Memorial, and Rio Grand City. Now, just to get ahead of ourselves here, it's not a lot to talk about. It's going to be a tough one. We're going to split it up into 2 weeks because we got 8 teams. We got maybe an extra week to talk about some other teams. So we're going to do 4 today. Today, we'll be talking about Mac High, Donna North, who else? It was Rio Grand City and PSJ Memorial. So we're going to go to a quick commercial break. When we come back, we will get started with Donna North and then we'll go on from there. So go ahead and stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Nuevas habilidades. TSC tiene programas accesibles diseñados para adaptarse a tus metas. Es hora de dar el siguiente paso. Piensa en grande, piensa claramente, piensa en TSC.
Time to take a new look, maybe your first look at Buick. If smart, hip, and affordable is for you, Buick's your brand. Fruya Buick, Brownsville, Texas.
100 years ago, in the heart of the Rio Grande Valley, a spark was born. From the first dreamers who stepped onto these grounds, Texas Southmost College has stood as a promise that determination can overcome any challenge. Join us as we honor our past, celebrate our present, and ignite the future together. Texas Southmost College, 100 years strong. And the next 100 begin with you.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Talking Sports with Josh and Nil. We're going to go ahead and talk about Donna North today to start off. We got Donna North, then we'll go in no particular order, Donna North, Rio Grande City, Mac High, and then we also have PSJ Memorial. Next week we did talk a little bit about Mission in the past, so we've already talked about them. But next week we'll be talking about Mission, McAllen Memorial, Nicky Rowe, and I believe La Jolla Palmview. So we're going to get started with Donna North. Nil, I know you got some stats on Donna North that you did yourself, so go ahead and give me what you got. Nothing much? Nothing there?
No, bro.
All right. Well, tell me what you got. Let me see. I know it's Donna North, not one of the premier schools in the Valley. I wouldn't even say a top 25, 30 team in the Valley. They're below that for sure.
Oh.
I said they're not top. They're not in that team.
I said, yeah, no.
How'd they do last year?
Not great, man. Not great. It was an underwhelming season. It's just hard for them.
Yeah.
On a lot of these teams in this district, there's a lot of teams in the district, so it makes the competitive
The
thing
competitiveness
it makes it kind of interesting to watch, but they're not that great. A lot of these teams are, and it doesn't be the moral story of this district, that they're all going to be like 1-8 teams, 2-8 teams. Really, just the McAllen schools are like the best schools, and then
for sure. Yeah, it's a very lopsided district for sure. Donna North came in 2-8 last year, 1-7 overall. They finished last in their district. Now they were in a way tougher district than they were than they're gonna be in this year. 1-7 in district play, which means if I do the math correctly, they had PSJ North in their district, Corpus Christi Veterans Memorial. They had Harlingen South, Donna, PSJ Memorial, Wesco East, Flower Bluff, and Rivera. Now, Flower Bluff, Wesco East, Rivera, Harlingen South, Donna, PSJ North, Corpus Christi Veterans. Those teams are no longer in their district. They've been replaced with easier teams. They're not as good as, like we talk about McAllen Memorial. McAllen Memorial is always the top 12, top 10 team in the Valley, but they're not PSJ North.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, I think this district gets a little newer and all that, so I think it makes it competitive in between all of them. So they'll probably have a little bit more wins under their belt. Three, maybe like it doesn't sound as nice, right? 3-7,
3-6.
I mean, but it sounds better than last year or the other years compared to other years. So that's a good thing looking forward into that. So, I mean, it's just a weird
situation to be in, but when your teams, PSJ North, Corpus Christi Vets, Flower Bluff, those are all top teams in lower Texas and from Corpus down, right? When you replace those teams with Mac High, we're gonna get to Mac High, but Mac High I think is gonna struggle next year. McAllen Memorial, who's always good, and Nicky Rowe. You're replacing those three teams with those three teams. We can start one by one. McAllen Memorial, obviously, no disrespect to McAllen Memorial. They're not PSG North.
No,
Mac High is not Flower Bluff. Nicky Rowe is not Corpus Christi Vets. So definitely a lot easier for Donna North, to where there's a lot of teams. Again, no disrespect to Donna North, on the same level as them. It's a big drop off from everybody knows really Mac High, Memorial.
Yeah, the premier schools, the big schools.
Nicky Rowe, yeah. But then you take a drop, and then you have Donna North. You have Rio Grand City,
PSJ Memorial,
all those schools where not ever, honestly, have been household names. It's just the fact.
No, but it's good for them to be in the situation where they're playing these other teams. I mean, those two teams right there, PSJ Memorial, Donna, and
Rio Grand City.
Those are wins they can all get, and I don't know who's better between all them three. But if one of those schools can dominate those other two schools, those are two wins right there easily, and maybe just get one in there from another game in your district, right? So it makes it like competitive to watch and like a fun game to watch, because they're going to be evenly matched. I don't know who's better than them. I look into their things and their stats, and they're all kind of the same, really. Players wise, stat wise, all that stuff.
It's going to be a District 15 5A is going to be a tough watch to say the least.
I think it'll be fun to watch, because they'll be evenly matched. Sometimes you'll get a game like I was looking on PSJ Memorial stats. They played they played the other team in their same district, PSJ North, which they're really good. They got shut out. That's not a fun game to watch. That's like they put 50, they went 50-0. They couldn't get 1 point in. So I mean, at least there won't be that much of that. Well, I mean, I don't know. They're still playing other teams in their schedule, but there'll be less of that. So
Donna North returning some players, and I mean, like, when you're in a district like this, to where it's those three McAllen schools, and I said we could see Mac High struggle. It's a possibility. 2 spots most likely are solidified in the playoffs. The other 2, you have 6 other teams fighting for those spots. It really is anybody's chance to get in. Like, you can go 4-6, 3-7, and you can sneak into the playoffs in a 3 seed in this district. It's a very weak district, to say the least.
It's a district up for grabs, really.
They're returning their starting quarterback, Orlando Carizales. They don't throw the ball. 10 total passing attempts the whole season.
10 more than me, man.
10 total the whole season. But when you return a quarterback like that who knows the offense, it's more about knowing the offense, gap schemes, run plays, to help his running backs. So he probably runs the ball really well, right? So to return a quarterback like that, and let's not say quarterback, let's return an athlete like that, where you don't throw the ball a lot, but he can run. Yeah. He probably can't make plays with his legs.
For sure. And I mean, this is going to be a new season, so he'll take what he learned last year and implement it this year. And I mean, hopefully those 10 attempts become a little bit, or 10 completed come, 20 or more, double it, triple it, whatever.
They're losing their starting running back, but quarterback can run the ball. Carizales can run the ball real well. They have another quarterback. I don't know if he was a senior or not, but he runs the ball pretty well. And they have a number of running backs that share the wealth pretty much. I think I'm trying to get his first name here, but their starting running back from last year, he had over 1,300 rushing yards. So it's
good numbers.
Yeah, no, very, very good numbers, but he's gone. I mean, so now you got to see who's going to take over that workhorse role for them in an offense that runs the ball a whole lot.
Sure, and there was other players sharing those snaps between the running backs and all that, or other players. That matters too. I mean, this whole summer we've been saying it. You've been saying it a lot. Those varsity minutes matter a lot. Those playing times you get, like, even though you maybe got a couple or a little bit, you went in for a couple touches. I mean, it matters because you're still going to learn and you know what it's going to feel like. Sure. And I think for teams like this and a team like this, finding those players what you have isn't a matter of those minutes you have played and all that. So it's going to be an interesting thing to watch from them.
Yeah, no. I'm trying to pull up these anything they have on defense because I mean at this point it's
ain't much, bro. Yeah, that's just
it ain't much.
But
yeah, they don't have anything.
no, and it's understandable. I mean, these teams just. I think for a lot of the lower teams in the valley, you just gotta win 2 games, and you're pretty much in the playoffs, really. Like
we've only been doing this show since May.
Yeah, towards the end of baseball season.
We started talking about baseball, softball, right? You see, and obviously baseball, softball is totally different than football, but we see it a lot where teams limp into the playoffs, and you see it sometimes in football too, basketball. Teams limp into the playoffs, and they just start to catch fire. They might win 2 in a row to end the season. Those 2 games get you in the playoffs, and then it lights a fire. It's
just momentum and hunger, really. I mean, I've been in a situation where we've been a losing team and stuff. I mean, it's just hunger sometimes where you just want to win. And you get that one win, it gives you a little sort of feeling of like you want to do it again, and you're gonna play harder. And that's really what you need sometimes. Is just that little start to that fire of winning. If you can win those last couple games in your district or towards the, I mean, most of their games are going to be district games. They're not going to have a lot
about 2 non-districts.
Yeah, so all those games are going to matter. They can catch some fire towards the end. I mean, that's going to help a lot. They can, maybe one of these teams or them, they can stumble into the playoffs. You just need 2 or 3 wins, really, like they get in there.
For sure, yeah. So that's going to do it for what we got on Donna North. We're going to do a quick commercial break. When we come back, we'll do some PSJ Memorial football preview talk, and then we'll finish it off with Rio Grand City and the best team, second, third best team in the district, most likely McAllen High. So we're going to be going to a quick commercial break. When we come back, we will be talking about PSJ Memorial football.
I fell on a loose towel at the grocery store, and now they're saying it's my fault. Do you think you could help?
Of course I can help. You should be focused on feeling better.
Oh, thank you, Law Champ. Hey, do you think I can get a selfie?
Of course.
This is the island where even the grown-ups forget what day it is. South Padre is more than an island. It's the island.
At Tortilleria Ibañez, flavor starts fresh every day. Crispy flautas, homemade tamales, and our signature chicken salad, all made for you. Tortilleria Ibañez, tradition on every plate.
It means a lot to me. TSC has changed me to make me realize that I can accomplish things. Just don't give up. A long way from where I was to what I am now, and there's no limit to where I'm going.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the show. We're going to be talking about PSJ Memorial now. For those of you just tuning in, we just finished talking about Donna North football. So if you're from the Donna area, you go to Donna North High School. You want to hear us talk about them, go back and to check on it. Right now, we're going to be talking about PSJ Memorial. The Wolverines, your preview. Not that great of a season last year. They went 2-8, 2-8 overall, 2-6 in district. So they went 0-2, and then they were able to finish off
with 2 wins.
2 wins in district play, which they got 7th. It's the 18 district. It's tough, but they were in the same district as Donna North that we just talked about right now. So again, well, we've already said it, right? So those schools, Corpus Christi Vets, PSJ North, Flower Bluff, they're gone. You replace them with these other teams. Who's to say that you don't get another win, another 2 wins, you get in the playoffs, right? The teams that they will be playing next year, I mean, this upcoming season that they played last year, they got Mac High. They got blown out 53-10. They played Donna North. They were able to win 35-20. They lost to, I'm trying to see who else is in that district. That's pretty much it. Everyone else is pretty much new. So we're able to get 2 wins. Oh, they also beat the Vet almost. And so a whole new district now, right? PSJ Memorial, depending on who they have coming back. We know they have a couple players coming back. Like I said, it's all about really in this district and to make the playoffs. who you have coming back. Like the experience is, I think, what's going to come out on top between these teams.
I mean, there's also a team that's still kind of fresh, as last year they had a new head coach. So this is going to be their second stint with them. So that team's still kind of learning. You got to get rid of the older players. So the younger players can learn.
Break the culture.
Yeah, learn his system. And I mean, they have two receivers coming back that did some of the good of the workload of Vicente Lopez and Matthew Garza. They average about the same yardage. One of Lopez averaged about 33 yards a game, and the other one averaged 29 yards a game. So pretty much the same. They shared the ball, and they're underclassmen. One of them be Lopez going to be a senior, I believe, and Garza about to be a junior too. And well, they did lose their quarterback, and their running game wasn't that strong as the quarterback last year would do most of the running game. So really, that hole's open there, and they also have to find a new quarterback too. So that's going to be a little challenging this year. But I mean, like we said, the district is a little bit easier, you could say.
I was also looking at these stats. I see that they had another quarterback who didn't play as much. Probably going to be their starter next year. Let me go ahead and pull it up. It was Joshua Bautista. He was 15 for 48, 160 passing yards, no touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Probably got in a lot of garbage time minutes, right? I mean, not to be like that, but they did get blown out a lot. But so he probably came in, but that's good. Like to have games like that where you have a quarterback come in who you know he's going to be the guy next year. You want to see how he's going to do. You want to see, like I said, right? Varsity minutes matter. He's able to go in. He had almost 50 passing attempts in a varsity game. That's good varsity minutes for them. That's something that practice doesn't emulate, right? And so he probably got in against the teams they got blown out, right? Like PSJ North, Corpus Christi Vets. Imagine now with a little bit easier schools, Donna North, I apologize. A weaker McAllen High. We got Rio Grand City. It's going to be a lot easier. I think Bautista is probably going to be the main guy in this.
Yeah,
offense.
I mean, for sure. And luckily, he has two of the good receivers from last year returning, so that makes his job a little easier. And then hopefully their coach can lead them to the right direction. It is going to be their second year, and if they were able to get 2 wins last year in a district that was a little bit more,
very much,
a little bit more challenging, who's to say they don't get those 3 or maybe 4 wins, right?
Yeah.
They could be a better team here in this district compared to the Donnas and the.
Definitely a team to look out for. Like in this district where we had last week. District 16, 5A was like the mystery box. You don't know what you're going to get.
Yeah.
You really don't know. Here, almost the same thing. It's like you have the 3 McAllen schools, right? And then we said Mission, right? Maybe a little bit barely above the rest. But then there's one more spot to go in. At Mission, who's to say Mission doesn't do as well? We talk about PSJ Memorial's offense.
Yeah,
they got a quarterback. They got 2 receivers.
And that's why I said this district's gonna be interesting to watch, because that 4th place spot is gonna be up for grabs. Really, like, because PSJ, I mean, if they're able to get 2 wins last year, they maybe for sure can get 4.
4,
and that's already a pretty good solid record from last year. They turn it around. They go 4-4. So that's also a good thing to see. And they can take that 4th seed. But who's to say too that Mission doesn't take it, or the other schools too? Yeah,
on the defensive side of the ball, not a whole lot to look at. They did not have a player that had more than 50 tackles, and we said it with other teams, right? There's kids with like 120 tackles, 115. PSJ North had 2 players with 15 sacks. Some guys can't even get 15 tackles in a game. That's pretty crazy. But they got some juniors coming back to be seniors, and I mean, it really all depends. Like we said, you said that it's their head coach's second year.
Yeah.
You're going to have growing pains. You're going to have a down year or 2. Not like Rome wasn't built in a day. It's going to take time. And I think they went, 2-6, right? I think going 3-5, 4-4, that is going to be a huge leap.
It's for sure a possibility on doing that too. I mean, and then the coach, also for a coach, you're still learning the district if you're not familiar from it. If you're not, your players.
You still gotta learn this one now.
Yeah,
it's gonna be totally different.
So it's also a different thing to do, and then you're still learning your players and all that stuff too. So I mean, hopefully this second season it's gonna be new for everyone, for the players learning the district and for him as well. And then he should know already what he has working for himself. He gets a new batch of players and then what he has already. So it'll be interesting for you, and they could possibly take that fourth seed in this district too.
For sure. Yeah, they really can. I was looking at their schedule last year. They obviously only 2 wins, Donna and Rivera. But Rivera, in their history, not the most talented, but they're very scrappy. They're not a team that they just lay down and you can get the easy win. So that's a nice little stepping stone right there. A nice like diamond in the rough kind of thing where you're looking at it. It's a good positive in the season last year that was full of negatives. So they scrapped it out. Got 35 points on Rivera, who is prided on their defense. New head coach, very defensive minded coach. Got the win over Donna. I mean, like, I feel like even though they didn't win their last game of the season, they probably went into this season with a lot of momentum.
Yeah, for sure. And then that matters. We talked about a while ago right now, too, about those last couple wins towards the end. If you can get that going, it can bring a bunch of momentum. And those are good things to see, too, if they can keep that grit. And a lot of the players are coming back. They lost some of their good ones, right? But that's all right. And then, I mean, it's just a new year, and this district's really up for grabs. And if we know it, they know it for sure. That anything's possible. Why not them, and why not make the playoffs? Like, they just need to get those 3 wins. If last year they were able to get 2, and a lot of people say it's a harder district.
I don't want to spoil anything, but I see 3 or 4. Like, I see 2 more.
And they should be thinking the same thing, that mentality of, like, let's get these 3 wins, these 4 wins, or take it day by day, right? We're not going to be the McAllens. We're not going to be, but let's play.
That you have to, as a head coach, you can't tell them, like, we're not, but you can't get their full hopes up, right? Like, you can't give it all. I'm trying to find the right wording, but you have to take it week by week. Like, that's how it is. It's going to be, especially if it's second-year head coach. If you can make the playoffs, no matter what district, if you can make the playoffs with PSJ Memorial, we don't hear a lot from them ever. So if you can make the playoffs with that team, I mean,
you're in the right direction.
Yes, for sure. So just a quick look ahead at, or they actually apologize. They don't have a lot on their schedule. I believe the 3 non-district games or 2 non-district games will be PSJ Southwest and. Well, they got 3 non-district games. So PSJ Southwest, they have Pace and Edinburgh. Nice little test.
I mean, those are easy wins too, right? Or I don't know about the Edinburgh one. But
Edinburgh's going to be tough, but PSJ Southwest, Pace,
those are possible wins.
Test. Yeah, good wins. And Edinburgh's going to be a great test before district.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, if they can get at least 1 or 2 wins out of those 3 teams right there, I mean, you are already what you had last year. That's 2 wins already compared to last year. And then I think they can win 2 games in their district. So that's already 4 wins right there, possibly. Yeah. But
so that's going to do it here for the PSJ Memorial Talk. Definitely look at this team next year. Not going to be the biggest names, the games of the weeks, but they can get something done.
I could see them in the playoffs.
Yeah,
so
for sure.
I could see them in my 4th seed, but I don't know about you.
Well, that's why we got 6 more teams to talk about. So we're going to do a quick commercial break. That's it for PSJ Memorial Football Talk. When we come back, Rio Grand City, and then we will cap it off with McAllen High. So we're going to go to a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back.
Give your little one the best start at Brownsville ISD's Pre-K3 and Pre-K4 programs. At BISD, 3 and 4-year-olds develop fundamental skills that pave the way to lifelong success. With quality educators, access to the latest technology, and free nutritious meals to fuel the day, our young minds explore and learn in exciting new ways. Enroll your 3 and 4-year-old today at Brownsville ISD, the best choice.
Kenny Perez came from a small town in Texas. At Kenny Perez Law, we won't stop fighting until our clients get what's rightfully theirs. We're right by your side, no matter what. Call Kenny Perez Injury Lawyers today, 956-999-1111.
The standard of excellence has always been Cadillac, so be iconic and drive one. Free your Cadillac, Brownsville, Texas.
Rev up your future with Texas Southmost College's Auto Body Repair Program. In just 2 semesters, you'll gain the skills to become an auto body repair specialist. Learn using industry-standard iCar Academy to get you job-ready fast. If you're ready to drive your career forward, TSC's Auto Body Repair Program is the place to start. Classes are filling fast, so visit tsc.edu and apply today.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the show. So we got two more teams up to talk about. Those of y'all just tuning in, we talked about Donna North to start the show. Also followed up with PSJ Memorial. Now we're going to finish these last two segments, combine them a little bit because there's not a whole lot to talk about one of the schools. So we're going to talk about Rio Grande City first. Not a whole lot to talk. We tried to do our research in advance. Not a whole lot of, there's no stats on them, period, as a football team. So for those those 5 people in Rio Grande City tuning in to listen to this, I'm sorry. We don't got much to talk about. We'll talk about their record, and y'all might not like us after that. But we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about McAllen High, and that'll be it for the show. Then we'll go on to next week, talk about McAllen Memorial, Nicky Rowe, a little bit about Mission, and then La Jolla Palm. So let's get into it right now, right? We got Rio Grande City coming in. I believe they went 1-9 last year, 1-6 in district play. So their only win came in district play. They played some teams like Roma. They first game of the season 39-27. They lost to Sharyland Pioneer 32-6. Veterans Brownsville Vets 53-27. McAllen Memorial 49-14. Lost in a close one to Palmview 41-43. That's pretty much it. They beat Juarez Lincoln 34-21. Lost to McAllen High, who they will be playing in district next year, 55-7. 48-14 Mission, 49-21 Nicky Rowe. Those are all teams that they will be playing in their district. Now, credit to them. In district, you play who you play. Like, you don't have any other choice, obviously, right? You got to play Edinburgh Vela. This is last year. You got to play Edinburgh Vela there in your district. You got to play Juarez Lincoln, McAllen High, Mission, Nicky Rowe, Palmview, McAllen High, and that was their first district game. Credit to them for scheduling Sharyland Pioneer and Brownsville Vets in their non-district. Not many teams want to do that, but especially respectfully, if you're Rio Grande City, you don't want to schedule a game like that. But you did, and all credit to them. For them, same benefit. The district will be getting easier next year.
Yeah, I mean, and then from those losses that you got last year, I mean, you learn a lot from those losses of what you did, what you didn't do, and all that. And you were playing better schools, better teams. I mean, just ranked wise, not my opinion, right?
Yeah.
I mean, and you come into this district where the teams are a little bit easier. I mean, you could get some wins out of that because I mean, the teams should be. Well, I mean, why not? Right? It's possible.
Yeah,
I mean, it's not that competitive. They're all kind of matched evenly, but you're right. I don't see them also doing such a big turnaround this year. But you never know. They could get maybe another win, 2-6 or something.
I mean, you're replacing, like we said, Edinburgh Vela was the best team in that district. They moved on to Westago's district. You're replacing them with La Jolla or Palmview's in there. I apologize. You're replacing them with
Donna
North. So that could be a winnable game right there. Like,
yeah, I mean
it's Edinburgh Vela and then it's Donna
between
North.
Rio Grande City and Donna and PSJ South,
PSJ Memorial,
and
then La Jolla Palmview.
La Jolla. Those are all possible. Well, I mean, they played La Jolla Palmview last year, and
haven't played Memorial yet. Haven't played Donna North yet.
Yeah,
so.
and then last year they played it. It was a 41-43 game. They lost only by 2 points.
Yeah,
so they're familiar.
Right there, yeah, and
they're already familiar with La Jolla.
They know it's. I guess you could say like a mini rivalry, right? Like kind of where they don't really like each other. You've heard a little bit about it. I believe in baseball too. So it goes through all the sports, right? But I mean, that's all we really have on Rio Grande City. They don't have any stats posted, so we can't go into detail on anything. All I can say is what I see, right? It's not a great season last year. They're obviously looking to bounce back, and I think they might. Like I think they will. As to where you had one win last year, a bounce back or a better season is another win. Add on to that belt, right?
Yeah, you just gotta rebuild and all that, and just stack on what you already have and see what you can do. It's possibly gonna be another 2-6 record year or something like that. But you never know; they could get win over those other schools that we just talked about right now. It's really up for grabs for those bottom tier teams, right?
Bottom of the barrel. Say how it is, right? Bottom of the barrel teams.
Of how they all land, but anything's possible in this district. They're all kind of evenly matched besides the McAllen schools. And I mean, that doesn't do any great for the McAllen schools either, because that means when they go to the playoffs, they've been playing, so they're probably going to get.
And to benefit of these teams, the reason what I think, you never know, because especially in high school, we said it before, it's a mentality. If you're Mac High, McAllen Memorial, Nicky Rowe, you're going to come play one of these teams where you think it's an easy walk. They might have a different mentality than you, and really that's all it takes. Like, I feel like a lot of bad teams have some good upsets because of their mentality. Like, they don't really give up throughout the season. You have bad teams that do give up, like, beginning of the season, and their mentality takes over. Bad mentality takes over. If you have a good team that isn't mentally good going into that week against Rio Grand City, a PSJ Memorial, but you have these teams where they're used to being the underdog. They're used to having that mentality, carrying that mentality. Maybe they got a new coach. We talked about PSJ Memorial, right? I know Donna North has a fairly new coach as well. You're bringing in a new culture. You're bringing in a maybe not losing culture. That you don't want to act like that. Do certain
for sure
things.
That it leaves you with that hunger, because you don't always want. I mean, losing sucks in anything. If it's in sports, life, or other things that you do, it's just not a golf. Yeah, I mean, we know a thing or two, but I mean, it's a terrible thing, right? And sometimes that hunger, that mentality, like you said, it's just all you need to just turn things around and put that chip on your shoulder to do something.
I wouldn't. Like, we're going to talk about Mac High here in a minute, right? Nicky Rowe next week, McAllen Memorial next week. McAllen Memorial is probably going to be one of the best teams in the Valley for sure. They're returning a lot of players. Nicky Rowe, we're going to have to do our homework on because I don't know a whole lot on them. Mac High, we'll be able to do our homework on them. And they're losing a lot of players. They are losing a lot of players. And again, new mentality coming in with these other teams. Who's to say that I could see Nicky Rowe, Mac High. I think McAllen Memorial is used to being at the top of that leaderboard. They've been in the district of the Valley. They've been in the district of tough schools. And I think they can carry that mentality. I think they carry themselves on good shoulders. And I think they honestly will take care of business. That's my personal opinion. I think the Mac Highs, the Nicky Rowe's, who knows? Like, who knows? I see both of them getting upset by any team.
For sure. And all these teams are all hungry, man. They all want the win. And if they can get those wins over these bigger schools, then everyone's going to say it to them too. Like, we're doing other people, any other team that covers high school sports, they're always going to favor the McAllen schools and all that stuff. But why not? I mean, it's a possibility. Like, I could see PSJ
fuel for them.
Yeah,
right?
I mean,
like we both experienced it being in those shoes where we're not supposed to be favored, or we're on the bottom of the barrel. It's not a good feeling. It's not a good feeling that half the Valley doesn't believe in you, right? So take this as motivation, as fuel, and this is what we see. This is what we think. But we hope that they can prove us wrong.
I mean, anything's possible. At the end of the day, they're not pros either. Like, there's no spreadsheet to see who's more favored or whatever on them. Mm-hmm. And I don't know if any of them can win against these schools. Anyone can win against PSJ. At the end of the day, you're the same. You're the same age, the same height. Like, just because they're a little bit better than you, but you're kind of supposed to be the same.
Yeah.
And all that. And anything's in this whole district, anything's possible. And a lot of these districts there's some districts that are very competitive. You don't know which way it's going to go. But this one, it could go.
It really could go either way.
Yeah, and anyone could come in. Like you're saying, you don't think McAllen's going to be that good. They could fall off and not be up there and be out of the playoffs or who knows with all that stuff.
So we're going to talk about Mac High now, right? Mac High losing their starting quarterback. Threw for over 2,000 yards last year, losing their starting running back. He ran for over 1,100 yards last year. They're also losing their second string running back, who ran for over 600 yards. They are losing some key players at key positions, losing their best receiver at 50 catches, over 800 receiving yards. They are losing, I believe, another receiver who had over 300 receiving yards. But they are returning one receiver who's coming back at 22 catches, 305 yards, Joaquin Alvarez. Other than that, they've lost 4 receivers. They lost their 2 starting running backs. They lost their starting quarterback. Quarterback that you expect to see most likely take the helm for them. He's played some games for them. Luke Laurel. He's going to be a junior next year. Probably going to take over starting quarterback duties. It's going to be tough. like I would think of it a little differently if he had a veteran running back there or a running back that's played a year or two of varsity experience. I would think about it a little bit differently if he had like a star-studded receiver, at least one there to help him that's been there, that's been working with quarterbacks before. But yeah, new quarterback, you're gonna have 2-3 new receivers. You're gonna have a new running back or two, and it's gonna be tough. It's not like you really have any veteran presence at one position.
I mean,
skill-wise.
I mean, maybe not. That's where they've been good. I mean, these good schools, they're supposed to be able to replace.
Yeah.
They're supposed to have good players to step up and ready to go. So maybe they won't be that bad. They're good for a reason. That's why they've been good for many years. I mean, we've been knowing of McAllen for a while.
For sure.
But you never know. I mean, at one point, everyone's gonna have to fall and have their downtime, and it could be that is a lot of players you're losing on one side of the field.
Well, you're losing at least meaningful minutes. You're losing 6 players.
That is a lot of players to lose, but I think they should be okay. If you're the good school like you say you are, you think you are, and the way everyone sees you, you're supposed to be able to replace those players. That's why like a PSJ is always really good because every year they have someone coming in every year,
and that's scary because maybe they don't got it this year. Like maybe they don't have the class, and everybody expects it. Like we expect it. Like I know everybody else. The experts that are like doing the same predicting as us, they probably expect it from McAllen High too because they've been doing it for years and years. But like you said, at some point, everything has to go.
Everyone has to go. You have to go through a rebuild.
Everybody has a down year. San Benito had a down a couple of years. Harlingen is, I don't know, probably maybe once or twice has had a down a couple of years. South has had a down a couple of years. That's just a little bit. PSJ was at the top for a little. Bears was at the top for a little bit. Took a little drop. Who's to say McAllen High doesn't do the same?
Yeah, and it could be their time. And it is a lot of players you're losing on one side of the field too. That's your whole offense is right there, and you're losing them. So it is going to be hard.
It's going to be on the.
But maybe they don't get as many wins as they did last year. They get a little bit less. But I mean, if you're the good school, like say you are in the program that you are, you're supposed to be able to replace these players really, really quick. Because your off season is supposed to be what makes your team is those practices and what you do.
Again, hard. It's going to be hard to emulate the varsity experience, that playing time, at least that quarterback Laurel. He's been able to experience it. Been maybe like a couple games, a couple snaps, but he's been there. He's seen it. Running backs have it. Receivers have not. So it's going to be tough. And I mean, like, luckily for them, you are probably predicted to be second best team in your district. You might not be second best team in your district, but you have more talent than Donna North, than PSJ Memorial, than Rio Grand City.
But these teams are hungry, so
they are.
So
they might catch you. They might catch you lacking. You never really know.
When you have a team playing with some grit and some for playing for something, it's a hard team to beat sometimes, even though they may not be as good.
Team with nothing to lose is a scary team.
Because at the end they have nothing to lose. They have a lot to lose. Their prestige, their wins, their spots in the playoffs, all that stuff. If they were going for district again or anything like that, that's something they're playing for. And I mean, these teams aren't playing for much too. They're playing for a win, really.
Yeah.
Like they just want to squeeze in something.
So McAllen High losing a lot of their leading tacklers. They are returning a couple good players. Let's start with on the defensive side, right? Riley Owsley. 86 total tackles. Let me double check on these solo tackles. I don't want to give him the wrong stats here. 86 total tackles. He also had. Okay, give me 1 second. I'm sorry. 1 second. No. He didn't have 86 total tackles. Yeah, 45 solo tackles, and then as a team, only 9 total sacks. And as a team, only 5 total interceptions. So not really getting after the quarterback a lot. Less than a sack a game, averaging half a pick a game. So they don't pick off the quarterback that much. It's going to be tough. I mean, luckily, again, they're in a district where you can have a couple off games and you'll get away with it. But, I mean, now, like you said, these teams are hungry. You never know what's really going to happen.
I mean, I personally think they should be okay. When you've been good for that many years, your program's pretty stable if you haven't had an off season yet. But anything's possible. Maybe they're due for one already. Everyone's always due for one. It won't be as great. Maybe for them, their due would be just 3 wins compared to more wins. And 3 wins is still good. That means playoffs. Yeah. But it's not as good as other years, and that's okay. Because you have a lot of players still. I mean, they're going to be new to the team, and they're going to have to learn all this, what varsity football is here in the Valley. So it is going to be an interesting season for them. But, I mean, they are playing a weaker team, so they should be okay technically, but you never know.
It's not going to be anything compared to. They might get the job done, barely against these teams in this district, but it's like one of those, if you played in a 32-6A, if you played in a like 16-5A, like Hannah with all those Corpus schools, but like that might not be your best. Like the way you're playing against PSJ Memorial, against Donna North, you play against Flower Bluff, you play against Corpus Christi best like that. It's not good, and you'll see it when you get to the playoffs. It always happens.
For sure, and that's what I'm saying. That maybe sometimes it doesn't benefit these McAllen schools playing these teams, because once the playoffs come in, you've been playing lower teams, so that you can
competition, obviously.
Yeah, and what you've been doing may not work when you're in the playoffs. Because when you're playing in the playoffs, you're playing teams that are good because they're there for a reason too. So that's
you might get away with it in the first round, but after that,
and especially in a district that's really 8 games. I mean, 8 teams in there, so you play seven games.
You're playing 7 games guaranteed that matter for playoff contention.
Yeah, so those 7 games may not be the same type of football you're going to play in the playoffs, because you're playing against lower end teams that little things work that wouldn't work on a better school like a PSJ, a North, or anything like that.
For sure. So that's going to do it here from us. We talked about PSJ Memorial in no particular order, Donna North, PSJ Memorial. I believe we also talked about Rio Grand City and finished it with McAllen High. So next week, we talk about a little bit about Mission, because we have already talked about them. We're going to talk about McAllen Memorial, Nikki Rowe, and then we will finish it with La Jolla Palmview. And that's pretty much going to be it. We're going to do maybe one more week of those 4A, 3A schools that are kind of relevant in the playoffs in the Valley. And that'll wrap it up, because football season is coming around the corner. Yes. We're in the last week of July. By the time we finish talking about football, the first game will be already starting up. So we'll be talking about that as well. The games will go week by week with everything. But that's going to do it here for the first half of District 16-5A. I apologize. Next week, go with the other half, and then we'll take it from there. So thank y'all for tuning in. Make sure to like the video, everything. Go ahead, and if you're from Donna, PSJ, Memorial, any of these schools, Mac High, go ahead and look at what we said about your team. You might not like it. You might. But yeah, that's going to do it here for us, and we'll see y'all next week.